Bay, yeah, I can confirm it is nice, but every job has its pitfalls. I mean, you know, being a content creator is nice in theory, and I certainly love this job more than any job I've ever worked before. But it's not all peaches and cream, you know. There are a lot of things that can go wrong. It can be terrible for your mental health sometimes. Truth is, if you have a dream, just going for it is the best way to achieve it, even if you are broke right now. I never thought I'd make it to this kind of point. Should I tell you something? Should I tell you something very important? Jingya, thank you for the super. Should I tell you something pretty heartbreaking, but pretty important to acknowledge? A few years ago, maybe like 2 years ago, so maybe I would say only a little over a year before I debuted, I felt as though I had peaked in life. I literally was there acknowledging that my best years were behind me, you know, after my long history. I just sort of figured that I'd spend the rest of my life sort of looking back on better days and regretting not having taken them further and all that kind of stuff. I felt as though that had been it. You know, that I would never amount to anything more than I already had. I was genuinely, right before debut, or right before the auditions for Niji turned around, I was looking for a job in a fucking coffee shop. I was looking to become a fucking barista, which, to be honest, I would not have been good at. At all. I would not have been good at. I'm very clumsy. But then, life threw me a bone, and here I am. It was a big bone. It was a very big bone, and I'm still slobbering on it to this day. And hopefully I continue to keep reaching into its bone marrow for the next few years to come, and perhaps beyond. 5 years, 10 years, who the fuck knows, man? All I'm trying to say is, you never, ever, ever fucking know what is going to happen next. Life has a strange way of surprising you with things that you never thought would ever happen. Life has a way of seeming very much unlike life, if that makes any sense. Life has a way of telling you that the chances of achieving great things are low and that you'll never amount to anything and that things will go wrong before you know it and that you should be careful, get a normal job and all that kind of stuff. But then all of a sudden life changes and it does something different and it says, no, here is your dream job. Here are your best friends. Here is more money than you know what to do with. Here are the best fans you could ask for. Here is this, here is that. Why is life, why am I the you know, God, life, whatever, diamonds, why am I giving you all of that stuff? I don't know. You've earned it, I guess. It's kind of the way I look at it, you know? If you've been through a lot and then suddenly good things start happening, I'm just gonna say, fuck it, it's because you've earned it. No matter what you think you've done, you've probably earned it. And remember, I mean, the way NIJISANJI likes to do business is that they, you know, will debut a few waves, and I know auditions are closed at the moment, but I genuinely have no fucking idea when they'll be open again, if ever. But if I know NIJISANJI, I know they're going to open auditions again at some point, and then you'll get another chance, eh? Everyone, that is good, chat. Yeah, everyone's got their own timeline, and I think a lot of people, a lot of lives are sort of narratively satisfying in a way. I feel as though our lives tend to follow a pattern, and I never really thought I believed in fate, but sometimes I feel like I kind of do. Sometimes when I've had people in my life tell me, like, yeah, I feel like you're the kind of person who's gonna, you know, go really far in life, you know, people have, I don't want to suck myself off or anything, but, you know, people have told me that I'm talented, they've told me that I've got, like, a gift for that kind of stuff, and I thought, like, well, you know, I mean, that's great and all, and, you know, just sort of went on like that, but then when good things happen, it sort of calls that to attention. I think, well, maybe this is just the way it's meant to be, and I feel like it's that way, it should be that way for everyone. The only thing that you have to do is remember not to give up. Sometimes the stars just align and they make the perfect thing happen. They put you in the right place at the right time. Oh, shit. They put you in the right place at the right time, but you have got to be the one looking for that right place. I think that a lot of people say it's a combination. Success is a combination of both luck and hard work. I would say, I'm going to say it's a combination of fate and hard work. So what I'll say is work hard and try to achieve what you're setting out to do, and don't expect anyone to do it for you. But remember that you, as a person listening, you know, I'm talking to you personally right now, you deserve to achieve great things. Whether it's working a job that you love, whether it's marrying your perfect person, whether it's anything like that, whether it's, you know, whether it's finding true love, whether it's meeting the best friends you could possibly imagine, whether it's working the most beautiful job in the world, put yourself on that path. Look for it, fight for it, and eventually I think that life will put you in the right place for that to happen. One day you will look back at your old self and thank yourself for pushing harder as hard as you did, you know? One day someone will look at you like Knight Akuma looks at the audience. One day someone will look at you. One day you will look down at the work you have to do that day and smile because you know that if you hadn't worked as hard as you did, it wouldn't have been the kind of work you wanted to do. There's a lot more happiness out there that I think a lot of people give up on finding quite early, and that breaks my heart sometimes. So, you know, if I was to give you any advice from this very newly minted and newly inspired and passionate old man, just don't give up, alright? Keep pushing as though it's still day one, and you'll make it eventually. I promise you, you will.